How you doing, fellow Nerf flingers, dart slingers? Today we're back with the modified ZEUS I was working on. Everything's finished, buttoned up. I haven't done any testing yet, but I just wanted to do a video on the internals and how it looks before I close it up. So we've got everything wired up. Everything is really simple to do in here. We got the full auto mod done where the trapdoor in here has been trimmed down. We got our 20 amp micro switch. I was able to use this cover here and a little epoxy to hold it down, and real nice responsive trigger. One thing I did here, basically there's two springs in here. There's a metal one and then there's this plastic here. I found that with both springs in, it's kind of hard to pull down on this with like just one finger. So you have to basically take your hand off the trigger to get this mag out. And I'm sure all the viewers have already know about this or know about the difficulty of getting the mag out and swapping out another one, rather quickly. So this actually helps, and you can do it with one hand. You pull down on it with your thumb, and you flip it out with your middle finger. It comes right out. I'll do a demonstration when I get everything back together and doing some shots over the chronograph. We've got a 4-cell lipo that we'll be using. These are the stock motors still in here. I wanted to see how they do with just the voltage upgrade. I also have drilled some holes in the flywheel for less rotational mass. It spools up really quick now. Still going to be doing some testing with these upgraded motors. We got the high RPM ones and then the high torque ones. I also have some different springs here. One for the trapdoor spring and a trigger spring. Both are have a lot more tension and a lot stiffer than the stock springs. So I'm gonna play around with it with the springs here for the trigger and the trapdoor to sort of aid and help with semi-auto fire, or not semi-auto but burst mode, because this thing with the full auto mod done, it empties a clip, less than 4 seconds. 12 rounds, 4 seconds. So in my thinking, with the harder springs, it will, first of all, it'll give you a harder trigger pull, of course, but I want that in this situation because I want to have to be able to have this really firm so that it's sensitive to opening and closing that trapdoor, and that probably will help in only allowing 2 to 3 balls at a time to go through, or maybe 2. I'm hoping 2, with the combination of adding both harder spring on the trigger and the catch door, trap door. So we'll see. I'm still going to do some testing with the motors and the springs and see what comes up best as far as the results. So hang tight for a second. I'm gonna get this buttoned up and closed up. And one other thing, decided to go with these are, anybody out there that does RC cars, these are Castle Creation 8mm gold bullet connectors. So I decided to go with those instead of the XT60 connectors. These allow about, I don't know, I think up to 400 amp draw. So this can handle any setup, any upgraded motors you decide to put in. Uh, these connectors, these bullet connectors will handle it. No problem. I use these on my RC drag cars. And RC drag cars draw way more amperage than anything we use in Nerf, even brushless applications for Nerf. The amperage that's drawn through doing RC cars is really high demand, and Nerf applications draw nowhere near that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this buttoned up, and we're gonna load some shots up and see what improvements we got. When I received this blaster from the customer, it was used. Very good condition though. No scratches, no scuffs. There was a little piece of plastic that was bouncing around in here. I don't know where it came from. I can't find out where it came from, but I don't think that was affecting the performance. But I was getting about 75 FPS average. Highest, I think, was 77. I have a video, previous video of this in stock form on the chronograph. So 75 FPS average. I know that's a little low for ZEUS. Some of the other videos that I've recently seen, they usually average between, mid 80s to high 90s. I don't believe I've seen one break 100 in stock form. So I don't know, but we'll see what this gets now. Definitely should be improved over when I got it in its condition. And that's basically what the customer wanted. He wanted first some slight cosmetic detailing, which I did for him. And he wanted me to do some chronograph numbers, see where it was, and just to see if I could get it running close to, factory claims or better. So I think this will achieve that, especially with the 4-cell upgrade, lightening the flywheels. I think he'll be happy with it. The magazine mod and full auto mod, and then when I get this sorted out for burst mode, I think he'll be happy with it. So let me stop babbling. I'm gonna pause this, get this button up, and we'll get some shots over the chrono. All right, guys, we back. Got it all buttoned up. Got 12 rounds loaded up, and we're gonna run them over the chrono and see what we get. Everything comes together real nicely. When I empty this first clip, I'll demonstrate the mag release mod, show you how easy it is to one hand release this mag. So here we go. Let's get some shots over the chrono. I loaded 12 in here, but I'm actually going to take them out and try to do first just to do some rounds to see what we're actually getting over the chronograph. So I'm gonna just load up one round, and then I'll load up another one, take the mag out, load up another one, and see what we get. Turn my chronograph on. All right, here we go. First shot with the modified ZEUS, running off a 4S lipo, all locks removed, all mechanical and electronical locks removed. Flywheels have been lightened. and resistors taken off the motor, rewired with 18 gauge wire and 20 amp micro switch. Here we go, first shot. Shit. We got a, wow. We got a 149.93. 149.93. Still another one. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting it to be that much. Damn near hit me in the face. Alright, let's load up another one. Alright. Here's what I'm talking about as far as the mag release. How to do the, how easy it is. I have my thumb here, and this way you would never have to take your hand, you know, off the trigger. Still be able to do it one-handed, pop it right out. Well, let me see, it's a little smoother than that. Boom, change your mag, like that. Real easy, one hand. And it still holds it in here just perfectly with just the one plastic spring instead of the built-in plastic spring that's in here, instead of two springs. You don't need two springs. Alright, let me load up another round. Alright, we got 155.3. Let's do another one. Again, here we go. One hand release. Just that simple. I mean, it'll take a little practice to finesse it, but it really is easy. And as far as, I really haven't seen that mod. I just thought of it, and like I said in my other video, this is the first time dealing with a rival blaster. So basically, I just looked online. I saw Drax's video, saw what he did, looked at it real quick, and I saw a few other. You know, I went on to look at a few other videos, but basically when I looked at Drax's video, I looked at it real quick, got the gist of the idea, and just went at it. And shit, it came out hell of a good. Here we go, another shot. Alright, we got 140.8. Let's do another one. And then after I do like 3 more shots, and then I'll load the clip up all the way and we'll see how the full auto goes. Alright, we got 155.3. I actually can't wait. I can't wait to do some testing with these other motors that I have, and see what we get. If these stock motors are doing that, I'm sure I can find a motor that'll break probably 200 FPS. I have no doubt. All right, let's go. Here's another shot. I'm gonna let it rev for a little longer this time. Alright, still just getting, we got a 148.7. Let's do 2 more. Alright, we got an error on that one. Let's do another one. getting clumsy here. Another error. Here we go with the errors. Alright, try it again. Another error. We're going to get this last shot, no matter what. This always seems to happen towards the end of the video. Alright, here we go. Last shot was a 149.9. I'm going to go ahead and load up all 12 and we'll dump the mag. Alright, we got 12 loaded up. Let's see if we can see how this full auto mod turned out. Here we go, 12 rounds. Holy shit. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Let me do that again. I wasn't expecting that at all. We're definitely gonna have to work with those trigger springs and that trapdoor spring to get this this trigger, this full auto a little bit more under control. Or otherwise come up with I was looking at the shell here, and I believe that I could get this cut out perfectly to extend the mag and still be able to have it locked in with the original mechanism. So it would be a 24 round mag. But that is another chapter. So let me go ahead and load up another 12, and I'm going to try to finesse the trigger and see if we can get some burst fire going on, because that was absolutely ridiculous. And here's what it did with the full auto burst, 153.6. I have no idea how the crony kept track that what ball was 156. Really. Because that was ridiculous. Alright, here we go. We got 12 rounds loaded up. Let's try some burst fire. If we can, if it's possible. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tweak the trigger. I mean, I like it. I like it. It's definitely it's a whole nother animal than what it was when I received it. There you go. Rival ZEUS full auto mod 4S lipo. I'll be continuing to tweak this, so stay tuned.